I'm sure you guys are ready for MLB The Show 23 because if not, you probably wouldn't be here. But today we'll be going over what you should be doing when MLB The Show 23 first comes out. Ways that you can make stubs, ways that you can be no money spent and have all the cards in the game and so many stubs that you don't know what to do with them. So hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's go ahead and go over a few things that you need to know going into MLB The Show 23. Some of these may still be in the game, some they may take out, but typically they are still in the game as they have been in the past 4 to 5 years since they've been implemented into the game. So let's go over these right now. The first thing you want to do is go to your market. So let's take a look at this. If you go over to shop and then go into the market, this is what you're going to look for. You're probably going to go over to equipment because that is the best thing to do it on. Normally, gold equipment is really, really good for this type of stuff, but I'll show you exactly what we mean when we get into it. So you'll be looking at margins. Buy now, sell now. You're going to buy stuff at a cheaper margin, sell it for the higher price. Right now, there's a sell, like for instance, the margins on these will be different. Those are going to be a lot more variety, a lot more sell now orders and stuff like that. It's like typically you put a buy order in, you'll see it for like 1,000, right? You put a buy order in for like 100 stubs or whatever. If there's none on the market, you put a buy order in for the cheapest amount possible, or just one stub above the amount. You'll get it and then you'll sell it for the price on the left. So if I had one of these, I would go over here, create a sell order, and put 3197. And then I would finalize the order, and you'll just keep on doing that over and over and over again. And that's how you'll build an easy and quick stub count. I will have more methods into that when the game releases and more efficient ways in doing it that way. But that's how I know a lot of people that play this game, no money spent, get millions of stubs day one just from doing that over and over and over again. They don't even play the game, they just sit on the market and just do that all day. Takes time, but it can be done. And if you guys don't want to spend money and you still want like Mike Trout's and Jacob DeGrom's day one, this is a way that you guys can get them just by grinding the market when the game first comes out, especially in the early release before other people have the game. This is a very good method because those margins are typically larger, the lesser the people are playing the game. The next thing you guys want to look at are probably any conquest maps, mini seasons, showdowns, whatever might be in the game that can give you free players, free packs to build your team early on, because that's going to be a key to getting a lot of stubs, is building that team early on and doing things against the CPU that makes you build your team, and it's easier to build your team throughout. And it's possibly going to give you some packs. You might get a good pull from those. So anything that has to do with conquest, mini seasons, showdown, and the last but not least, this is the most important thing because a lot of times this isn't out day one, but that means that you can prepare for it for when it does release. Our first featured program. Typically, our first featured program is not out day one because it's early release. It doesn't come out for a few weeks after. But you'll look into like a featured program. This goes with every featured program, ways that you can get XP, moments, gameplay XP, featured moments, week missions, collections, exchanges. Typically, you won't do exchanges right out the gate because you want those cards for live series collections. I don't do any exchanges. I don't sell any cards that I get until I'm done with live series collection. And then I'll start doing exchanges, and I'll be selling all of my duplicates towards exchanges like that. But any conquest maps, stuff like that. But the big one that we're going to talk about that I'm sure if you guys are not new and you've been here before is March to October. You guys know I made a lot of stubs last year using March to October. Yes, it's a grind, but you can do it before the program comes out. And you have probably 2 or 3 weeks before the first program comes out. And after the first program comes out, you have like two weeks to 4 weeks, depending on how long the programs are in this next game, to prepare for the next program. So first feature program comes out, you want to start preparing for the next feature program after the first feature program comes out. When the game launches, you want to be preparing for the first feature program, and you're going to use March to October to do so. As you can see, once you get to the All-Star break, you get 5,000 to, well, actually, I would recommend playing on All-Star If you don't think you're gonna play an all-star, play on vet, but we're gonna go over. Well, actually, we'll go over veteran just so you guys have an idea. You hit the all-star break, you can earn anywhere from 5,000 to 14,000 XP. That'll be determined on your record in the game at the all-star break. In the season evaluation, same thing, 5,000 to 14,000, depending on your record. The better record you have, the most XP you can get is 14,000 for the best record possible. So even if you finish in first place in your division or even first place in the league, that doesn't guarantee you 14,000. You have to do as good as possible, winning a lot of your games that it simulates you and you have to play through. The ALDS, NLDS, you get a flat 6,200. The ALCS, you get 10,000, and the World Series, you get 13,000. The reason I recommend All Star, you'll see that the difference in the XP is 17,000, 7,500 for the ALDS, and you get about 2 to 3,000 to 4,000 more for each mount. Now, how do you prepare this? Well, in years past, I mean, talking about the past 4 or 5 years since feature programs have been implemented to this game, this has worked. So it's always part of the feature program. It's always a way to get XP in the feature program. And you're like, probably like, wait, how can you prepare before the program comes out? Wouldn't you have to play this when the program comes out to get the XP? Yes and no. I can play to the All-Star break, right before the All-Star break, and then save my progress. And then once the program comes out, hop back into my March to October, maybe play the last 1 or 2 games of that March to October to get me past the All-Star break and get the XP. So I played maybe like 8, 9, 10 games prior to that, maybe an hour or 2 hours prior to that to get me to that point. So when the next program came out, all I had to do was play 1 or 2 games, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and boom, I got the 17,000 XP. That's what I did last year. That's what I'm going to do this year if it's in the game. Obviously, I'm going to prepare for it day one like it is part of the game because it has been the last 4 or 5 years. And that's how you make stubs day one. The reason being is because the feature program normally has a card reward or a pack that you get that card. You'll be one of the first people to get that card, meaning you'll be able to sell that card. This is the only time I sell players for the most amount of stubs possible. We're talking hundreds of thousands, even a million stubs for one card. And then let's say that feature program has 5 cards in it. You'll sell the one for 1 million and then like wait 2 or 3 weeks, buy all 5 for like 3 to 400,000 because typically those cards will go down below 100,000 cards, 100,000 stubs each. You'll buy them up individually. You'll spend 400,000 max on all 5 cards, and you sold one for 1 million stubs. So you still profited 500,000 stubs by doing this method. And to me, that is well worth it. Will it always be 1 million stubs or 500,000 profit? No, it might be 200,000 profit. It might be 100,000 profit, depending on how fast you get it done and how much stubs are in the market. Because if people don't have stubs, they can't pay the 1 million stubs for your card. So as the year goes on, those cards become 1 million stubs because there's more stubs in the market and people can afford to pay that much for a card. So when we back out, I'm going to show you another thing about March to October that you should know. So when you go to March to October, you can start a new one or you can load a save file. Obviously, if you're starting out, you're going to be starting a new one. So you'll start a new one. You can have up to 5 saves per console. This means that you could save 5 separate March to October. So that 17,000 XP I talked about, you can get it 5 times. So you can play the Dodger one or 2 games, get 17,000 XP. Yankees, 1 or 2 games, get 17,000 XP. We're talking about 30 minutes, almost 100,000 XP in 30 minutes. It's probably how long this would all take you if you prepare it properly. So the All-Star break, when do I stop? Well, you have to determine when's the All-Star break. Is it July 17th? Is it July 20th? Once you hit July, or roughly around that area, or June, pay attention. Don't let it simulate past the All-Star break. Know when the All-Star break is. Know when you should play, because it will sim like 4 or 5 games. So you don't want to try to go the day before the All-Star game because it will not work like that. You want to leave probably 1 or 2 games. The end of the season World Series one is a lot easier as you go on because I keep these now. As you can see, all these are in the playoffs. So if I was to click on one, it would load it up. It's into the playoffs because I don't just reset my March to Octobers when I'm done with them. I go until the World Series eventually. So like the first feature program, obviously we go to the All-Star break. The second feature program will stop at the end of the season. And then the third feature program, we stopped at the World Series. So World Series is easy because you can actually stop in the middle of a game too. So I can get to the World Series, game 4, I'm up 3-0. Game 4, bottom of the ninth, 2 out, I'm up 9-1. I just need 1 out and I get that 17,000 XP. That's how simple it can be. Obviously, with the All-Star break, it simulates some games. With the end of season, it simulates games, but in the playoffs, it does not simulate the game. You have to play every single game of every single series. You don't have to play the entire game. It's 3-inning games. Typically, they pop you in the game in the 6th or 7th inning, and you have to finish out. That's how the playoffs. During the season, they simulate some games. You play certain key points of the season or certain important key matchups of the season, and that's why it's a little tricky on when to stop. You could because you could play July 1st and then it simulates through the All-Star break and you already got, and then you mixed out on your, or you could play July 1st and then wants you to play again on July 7th. So it's iffy on when to stop. The end of the season, normally you always play the last game of the season. Normally, I've had 2 times last year where it simulated to the end of the season valuation and I missed out on it. But every other time, it made me play the last game. So it was easy to determine and more predictable. So that's what you do there. Play till the 2 outs. So get to the game July 1st, play until you get 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, and then exit the game. It saves your progress. Hop back into it, finish that game, and whatever game may be after it. Maybe it stimulates to the All-Star break, maybe not, but play the game after it. Boom, get your stuff going. And that's how you get you guys this XP. That's the most efficient way to get XP for MLB The Show, whether it be 22, 21, 20. I think even 19 had it, and 23, I imagine, is going to have the same way to get XP. And that's how you'll maximize your stubs, get those cards super fast, sell them off, buy them back in 2 or 3 weeks later for literally nothing, like 25, 50,000 stubs. And then you just made like a buku amount of stubs and you have a bunch left over to finish out those live series collections. Buy some of those cards that you could not buy in pack, that you did not pull and pack. Biggest thing, don't buy packs day one unless you have the extra money. But like I said, this is no money spent. We don't spend no money. I haven't spent money all year. I have max amount of stubs this year, and I have every player in the game. Besides the ones that are not possible to get. But we'll even go through it. You guys don't believe me? Let's go through every single card in the game. I will go through live series. You'll see live series. It'll say 40 out of 40 for every single team. Because I have 40 cards for every single team, so I have all the live series cards that are possible in the game. Free agents, there's one that's not possible, so it's going to say 99 out of 100 or something like that. Yeah, 99 out of 100. There it is. The rest of them, I even have free agent. Flashbacks for every other card in the game that comes out, where it's a feature program, whether it's from the Battle Royale program, World Series. A lot of these cards I bought, flipped, whatever it might be. But as you guys can see, I do have every single one of these cards as well. All no money spent. Still have a max amount of stubs in my binder, so I can just open up packs to the end of the year and just have fun with the game, do different stuff with it. I do have a lot of packs to open already, and I haven't even bought any packs, but there you go. I still got 527 packs I still have not opened, and I have 5 million stubs, no money spent. So there's my proof, my certificate of authenticity, I guess is what you could call it. But there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope this helps you out and prepares you for MLB The Show 23. I can't wait for it to come out. I hope you guys can too. We'll be giving away a copy probably on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you guys like to enter, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.